What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness News Reviews, and together with me the all-new MYPROTEIN Neuro-Engage Nootropic pre-anything formula. Listen, people, I'm going to take you through the label of this thing. This is a new product. They just released a couple of these in the neuro category. Then I'm going to share with you my personal experience using this one over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And then right towards the end of the video, as always, I'm going to give you my final verdict, the use case. Who is this for? Why use it? When to use it? Should you use it? Let's get right into it. Okay guys, MYPROTEIN is one of the most popular brands on our site, on the Fitness News sites where we hunt deals from all over the web. I mean, quality products, a lot of good stuff for crazy ass prices. Direct to consumer. This company is direct to consumer. There's no middleman, there's no retailer, so you save money. Anyway, I reviewed a lot of their products over the years on the site, a lot of their proteins, BCAAs, whatever, pre-workouts. And now they just released this new line, the Neuro line. Basically, they have 2 products, Neuro-Engage and Neuro-Restore. So Neuro-Engage is more of the nootropic, what we're used to for a steam-based nootropic. Neuro-Restore is actually a sleep formula, sleep aid formula. So it's a pre-bedtime. This is a pre-anything. Anyway, nootropic is becoming one of the most popular categories for supplements that people are looking for because, you know, just like the reason we love pre-workouts, because it gets us in the zone for our workout. It gets us in the right mindset. It gets us focused on the task at hand, which is with a pre-workout, a workout. Nootropics are really supposed to be a pre-anything. You need to study, you want to work, you need to concentrate, you have an exam, you have a test, you have a meeting. So this is really where the nootropic category is coming in, and that's why it's super popular. So it's like taking pre-workouts during the day for different purposes. Anyway, so Neuro-Engage is really the newest product. Is it the newest product? I think it is the newest product that MYPROTEIN launched. Really like the packaging, actually. Doesn't look like a MYPROTEIN product, at least not the old versions of the MYPROTEIN branding. This looks really slick. So the Neuro-Engage brings in 20 servings, 3 capsules each, right? So it's capsules. And then you have in this thing, when you look at it, you see this 20 servings. You know, when you look at nootropics, there's different types of nootropics. You see super heavy steam nootropics, you know, the ones that get you like almost hyped, like crazy. You're like, these are the type of things I would take before a basketball game rather than before working out, because they just get you too stimmed. Then you have the more low-key nootropics with a lot of focus elements, so they're really more for studying, and they're not supposed, for people who don't want to take like 300, 400 milligrams of caffeine again in one shot. This one, generally speaking, when you look at the label here, and I'm going to take you through it, this one is supposed to be more of a focus element together with a steam package, but nothing too crazy, nothing that's going to keep you up for like 6 hours, which again, depending on the use case, and I'm going to discuss this, is actually a good approach, again, depending what you're trying to achieve. So anyway, so like I said, 20 servings, you have caffeine at 200 milligrams and L-theanine at 200 milligrams. And this is an interesting combination. 1-to-1 ratio between caffeine and L-theanine usually would mean that the caffeine effect is going to be toned down in a sense that it will actually fade out after a few hours, depending on your tolerance to caffeine. Now, if you're trying to get something to work as long as possible, usually you want to see like a 1-to-2 ratio between caffeine and L-theanine, like let's say 100 milligrams of caffeine, 100 milligrams of L-theanine, and then 200 milligrams of caffeine. 1-to-1 ratio usually would mean, and again, labels are just labels, but usually would mean that this is going to fade out. You're going to get 2-3 hours of a kick, and then it's going to go away, and I'm going to talk about that later. Then you have theacrine at 50 milligrams, which is good. It's another sort of a stimulant mindset type ingredient. You don't develop a lot of tolerance to theacrine. Usually the problem with theacrine is that it sucks as far as flavor, but this is capsules, so who cares? Okay, then they have the neurotransmission boosting matrix. That has N-acetyl-tyrosine at 500 milligrams. That's a good dose for N-acetyl-tyrosine. That's a focus ingredient, and N-acetyl-tyrosine is the best form of tyrosine. Then you have acetyl-L-carnitine at 500 milligrams, another good ingredient. So acetyl-L-carnitine used for a lot of stuff, fat metabolism energy production in the body, a lot of good stuff, and there's research around increasing mental focus. I really like seeing it here in the combination with the L-tyrosine is great. Then you have alpha GPC. That's a form of choline. It's a patented form of choline, one of the more expensive one. Crosses the blood-brain barrier, gets into your head, and gets you to focus. 300 milligrams is a good dosage. Basically, then you have the delivery agent, which is supposed to help with absorption. So it's not a super complex formula. Basically, you're getting the caffeine and the L-theanine plus the theacrine for the energy boost, and then the sort of preventing the crash, fading out type thing. And then you have a bunch of ingredients around focus and mental clarity. And that's it, people. So 20 servings in this thing. So listen, let's talk about the personal experience, because really at the end of the day, labels are just labels, you know? Labels are just labels. So these are the way that the pills look like. 3 white pills. I actually dig the fact it's pills, honestly. For a nootropic, I would say that for a nootropic, 99% of the time I prefer pills because I take it with me. And if you're following us on Instagram and you've seen my stories, before I go into like a meeting, a conference, a lot of times I'm presenting on a stage and I want to get in the zone, I pop 3 of these pills or nootropic pills and I just go. I can't carry powders. Powders are too cumbersome. So let's talk about the actual experience though. So Neuro-Engage, as far as the steam effect, you know, you're gonna get the energy kick, but it's not gonna be anything crazy, right? 200 milligrams, think about like what you're getting from, a bit more of what you're getting from a Monster drink, right? Monster energy drink. And really, I actually like it for certain use cases. You know, a lot of the times you just wanna get that extra boost of energy, just like when you take an energy drink, rather than feeling like a pre-workout or a fat burner, all buzzed and sweaty and, you know, jittery and all that shit. Because you only want to work, let's say, as an example. You have to study. The fact that it has the L-theanine in there that fades out is really interesting. I found myself really liking this in the afternoon, like in the afternoon nootropic, you know, like the second part of the day, 4 or 5 p.m. When you want to, I mean, some of these nootropics that have like 300, 400 milligrams of caffeine and DMHA and a couple of other stimulants just keep you up too long. Just keep you up too long. So if you're one of these students, let's say you're a student, or you just need to work and you need to go through the night and you need an energy kick, but you want to make sure that in 3-4 hours from now, you're actually going to be able to sleep without a problem, this combination, I found it super effective. If you want to get super hyped, you want to go crazy, this is not gonna, if you're a steam junkie, for sure, that's not gonna get you going enough. Like a Monster drink, right? It's gonna give you that energy kick, but it's not gonna go crazy. As far as the focus elements here, I definitely like it. You're gonna feel dialed in, definitely more dialed in, and the combination with the caffeine, it's this subtle dialed in. And I really like it with Neuro-Engage. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this review, this is really depends on your use case. If you want to study, you don't want to feel buzz, you don't want to feel the energy kick, you don't want to feel like you just took a pre-workout. You just want to study, you want to be in the zone, you want that extra kick of energy, you want to focus, and you want to be able to sleep in 4 hours. This is a very solid formula. If you want to get like hyped like crazy, you want to go type thing crazy, this is probably not the one, or just take two servings of this thing, or 1.5. But I would say really the use case, I need 2-3 hours of good work, focus, energy, and I want to go to sleep in like 4 or 5 hours. Now, this is not going to put you to sleep, but it's not going to prevent you from sleeping, which is really what I like about this. So for me, it was more of an afternoon nootropic, or an on-the-go one. Like I have a meeting at like 4 or 5 p.m. Listen, people, as far as where you can find it on the MyProtein site. The retail price is like $30, but it's MyProtein, so there's a lot of deals and coupons. And obviously, you can find the best ones as far as deals and coupons for the MyProtein thing on Fitness News. We don't sell anything. We just hand down the deals. So you can find this for $20, and sometimes, I mean, you'll see, maybe even below, which on a price per serve of $1 is really attractive. And I'm sure that we're going to find some crazy ass deal at some point, so just follow Fitness News for that. Listen, people. If this video was helpful in your nootropic decision-making process, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. Exactly what we do here, by the way. We find this stuff, we try them out, we tell you exactly what to expect and what to not expect. And if you want to save money, you go to the place where you save money on anything fitness, fitnessdealnews.com.